All right, have and have not fans. Now, if you're new to the channel, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any of my new content on the channel itself. This really isn't a theory video, but a lot of people really wanted me to chime in on this, and it has to do with the I guess you could say the chemistry, if you will, between RK and Candace in the last episode, Sugar Mama. I gotta admit, that was one of my favorite scenes of the episode, for multiple reasons. Number one, we didn't get too much Candace in the episode, which I feel was a good thing. Number two, I mean, Tinka Sumter's smile is one of the best looking smiles I've ever seen, not just on black women, but in general. I mean, remember that her and RK went from a lit hallway into a dimly lit hotel room. And, you know, she was wearing like the black leather outfit, the hat. I ain't gonna lie, the hat looks good on her. I like this not the non-pimp Candace, this Candace who's kind of on the run right now, but she's not this overly bitchy Candace, you know? She's like the fun-loving Candace, but you know, she's like a rose right now, you know? She has her thorns, but at the same time, she's good. She's amazing to look at. Her smile is just wonderful, and that's definitely one of the reasons I'm going to see Nobody's Fool on in November this year when that movie comes out. But RK, you know, kind of, you know, just gave up Rocky to Candace for, I really do not know why he did that. I mean, if it was one of those things where we knew that RK had a thing for Candace and just wanted to get on her good side, then I can understand it. But Rocky has never done anything to RK. I mean, not that we saw. The only time we saw him get rough with RK was when he was late to work because he was new to the hustle game. But to be fair, that's because he got arrested, and apparently it was for a DUI. So there's that. And remember, that's when, you know, him and Justin were quote unquote together, apparently to make Jeffrey jealous. And remember that Candace said that, oh, I got to remember that cop is into you. That'll be interesting. So who knows if Justin and RK will meet again in the future. Something tells me that's probably not going to happen because he's probably going to kill himself. But there's that. I feel like RK was definitely playing the role as the naive little boy because, you know, to be honest, I feel like RK is I mean, you know, women and men who watch the show, he was more physical about it. We want to know, what is it about Candace that makes every man on this show lose their damn mind? From Jim to Charles and everybody else in between. What is it about, for lack of a better phrase, Candace's coochie makes all these men lose their damn mind? Like, he wants to know. And remember, he's just like, you know, I want to learn how to be better. And it's like, well, I'm a woman. Well, yeah, you're an expert, though. You can tell me what I can do to improve and stuff like that. And it's like, whip it out. Show me what you're working with. Maybe when you grow up. And then I just love it. It was just a cute scene, to be honest. I mean, he took the suspenders down, you know, opened his zipper and everything. And I don't know, because there was nothing done. Like, there wasn't even a hug or a handshake. It was literally just dialogue and facial expressions, but it was actually a pretty cute scene. I liked it. And I'm going to be honest here. I don't really see those two together. I feel like, you know, it's the mentor mentee kind of thing there. That's what I definitely feel. And it will be interesting, though, if RK actually gets a chance to get in bed with Candace and then Charles shows up. That would be very interesting indeed to see how that would play out. But going back to Rocky real quick, I think I mentioned this in my review. I really don't see why RK snitched on Rocky like that, due to the fact that Rocky was the one that led him into their hustle to begin with. Because remember, RK tried to thank Candace once, but she's like, don't thank me. I didn't want you in this game to begin with. And he's like, yeah, I know, but I wanted to thank you. No, you should thank Rocky. He was the one that let you in. So that's kind of messed up. You know, if somebody lets you into the club, because the bounce, you know, imagine Rocky being the bouncer, the one that decides who comes in and who comes out, but Candace is the manager that runs the club, and she didn't want RK to come in to begin with. Okay, now RK is just going to snitch on the bouncer for doing something to Candace, and now he's going to be beaten up in the next episode, possibly killed. So I really don't like how that went down. I think RK really is out for his own, hence why Candace is like, you're too greedy. So with that being said, you know, I do see some interesting chemistry there between the two. I felt the same way between Jeffrey and Candace multiple times, despite him being gay. But with that being said, what did you think of the RK and Candace scene? Do you think those two will end up together as a couple? Will they sleep together? Or do you feel like me when it comes to, I don't mind seeing more scenes with them, on a friendly basis. Like, there doesn't even have to be any sexual activity, but there's kind of a sexual tension there. So yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll talk to you soon.